Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I am your host, Mr. Brandon Hodge.
This video is brought to you by the WWE T-Shirt Club. If you guys want a brand new WWE shirt delivered to your door every single month, just hit the first link in the description and sign up.
So the first news story of the day is about the WWE Hall of Fame. So ladies and gentlemen, we have now two more inductees to the 2021 class Hall of Fame. So these two could be headliners of their own. This class is looking wonderful. Plus, you know, this year we're inducting 2020 class plus the 2021 class. Anyway, the ones they actually announced yesterday. We have I don't know what we call him, the big red monster, the big red machine, whatever. His name is Kane. He's the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. He's a mayor now. Also, they announced Great Khali is going in the WWE Hall of Fame as well. I mean, obviously, there's this class just looking absolutely wonderful. We have the 2020 class. If you don't know, Batista is out of the 2020 class. He was originally supposed to be in it, but due to a Hollywood scheduling issue, he is not able to make it to the Hall of Fame. So he said they are willing to induct him in a later year when he can come to the ceremony, which would probably be better off anyway because we're gonna have an actual crowd at the Hall of Fame. All right, the next news story is also about the Hall of Fame. So this year's ceremony will be pre-taped. It will not be live, and they're inducting two different classes. They're inducting 2020 since we couldn't have a ceremony in 2020 because WrestleMania was pretty much canceled last year. If you count that freaking Performance Center thing as WrestleMania, you can if you want. I guess it takes up one of the numbers. It was 36, but I don't know. I don't really count it as Mania. Anyway, we didn't have Hall of Fame then, so because they had to postpone it. So yeah, they're doing two classes this year, and they're pre-filming, I guess, for time purposes, so they can edit down everyone's speeches to make it fit in a given time slot. So anyway. How are they going to pre-tape this? And apparently it's going to be in the Thunderdome. So the Thunderdome is made up of live fans on the screen. So how are they going to do this? Well, they're going to pre-tape the fans' reactions as well. So what are they going to do? Are they going to take it from like matches, fans reaction to matches, and just plug them into the screens? Or what? Well, apparently everyone who was on the, I don't want to say everyone, but a select few who were on the Raw Thunderdome this past Monday were actually asked to do Hall of Fame reactions. They were asked, okay, everyone here in the Thunderdome, go ahead and give us a shocked reaction. Okay, now give us a crying reaction. Give us a listening reaction. It's like, what the hell are you doing? These wrestling fans are not trained actors. This is going to come off so bad. I just hope they don't do close-up of the fans like doing during the Hall of Fame because it's just going to be a bit ridiculous. But apparently during Monday Night Raw, during the Thunderdome, they asked fans, go ahead and give us your best reaction to this given thing. It's like, these people aren't actors. What are you doing? All right, the next news story is about Peacock. So Peacock is the brand new WWE streaming service here in the United States. A lot of people, I don't want to say most people, a lot of people are watching this in a different country and basically it doesn't apply to you because WWE Network, if you had it in your country before, you're still going to have it. This is pretty much just the United States, I believe. So here in the United States, we're no longer having the WWE Network. It has now been moved to Peacock, and Peacock is the brand new streaming service for the WWE. So they're going to stream all the pay-per-views on Peacock, and it's much cheaper. I believe they have like a special now for like $2 or something. It's literally like $2 a month, but it's only good for like 6 months or something. Then it goes up to like $5 a month. That's just for the standard one with ads. If you want no ads, it's like $11 a month or something, which is $1 more than network. But I'll probably just go with the ads and save money. It's half the price of the original WWE Network. But anyway, there's a lot of issues with the whole Peacock switching from the WWE Network thing. First off, I don't like it. My name is Brandon Hodge. I don't like it. I don't like it. There's a problem. So basically, there is no pausing during a live show. There's no rewinding. You can't watch it from the beginning. You can't, if you missed something, you can't rewind it a little bit. If you wanted to see something again, you can't rewind it a little bit. So that really sucks, but I heard they're working on to add that to Peacock. But another issue I'm having with Peacock is something called censorship. So what is censorship? Well, censorship is when you censor something, when you don't allow something to be seen on TV. If you take it out, if you blur it, if you beep it, whatever, censorship. They may have a curse word that they censor, whatever. And I'm not saying that Peacock is doing that. What I'm saying is they're using a form of censorship. They're actually editing out some more controversial things from WWE history. So Peacock is taking these pay-per-views and they might be something controversial or like not seen as, in today's standards, as politically correct or whatever, and they may just remove it from the pay-per-view entirely. They're trying to delete history. I don't go too crazy with this whole thing, guys. I'm not too crazy. I mean, some of the things we don't want to remember, but when it's like something in WWE, it's like, okay, yeah, sure, that may have not been a fly PG thing now, but at the time, you know, it was important to this whole story to leave that in or something. And it's some stuff like that Peacock's like removing. I mean, sure, they've removed a few things that maybe don't need to be spread all over the internet that WWE's done in the past, but also they're really like funny moments that were just not politically correct or whatever. And when you get in this area, it becomes very dangerous because it's like, well, nothing Stone Cold Steve Austin really did would be considered PC, you know, like just flipping people off and telling people go to hell and all this other stuff and all the other crazy stuff Stone Cold has done. Just please don't try to delete Stone Cold from WWE history, Peacock. I mean, they haven't taken it to that level yet. They're just kind of doing things that wouldn't pass and would cancel like WWE if they did it nowadays or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of editing out parts of pay-per-views just because they aren't politically correct, and that's what Peacock is doing right now. And you're getting a thumbs down already from me, Peacock. And I've got to say, I haven't even used Peacock yet. I'm already giving it a thumbs down. I use the WWE Network for Fastlane. I don't know what you guys used, but here soon I'm going to try the new Peacock service and see what it's like. Maybe I'll do a video about that. If that's something you guys are into, let me know. I'll do a video reacting to my first time using WWE on Peacock. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so that's actually the only confirmed news stories I've talked to you guys about today. But don't you dare go anywhere, guys, because things are about to get good here. Things are actually about to get a little juicy here. So I'd go ahead and suggest for you guys to go ahead and get your juice boxes out. Get your juice boxes ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. Alright, the first rumor is actually about Miss Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte Flair is currently out of action. She is currently not cleared to wrestle because she has it. I have to say it because I can't say the name because YouTube doesn't like that for some reason. But the reason this whole pandemic is happening is that thing, she has it, unfortunately. But apparently she's doing okay. She's not bad off and she's almost over it. She's had it for a little bit, I guess. You know, her father, Ric Flair, said WrestleMania won't be the same without the Queen. And then he's kind of saying that she's going to miss WrestleMania. But apparently she's almost over it. Mania's a few weeks away. They've taken Charlotte Flair off of all the posters, but then again, her, I guess, fiance Andrade has said that Charlotte Flair will be cleared here in a few days. So I'm guessing that if Andrade would probably know better than Ric Flair, because I guess, I don't know who would know better. So there's totally like different stories here, but basically Charlotte Flair might be returning this Friday on SmackDown, and then her father saying she's gonna miss Mania. Fiance said she's ready to go. She's almost cleared, so I don't know what the actual situation is. So Charlotte Flair, it's kind of a big question mark for WrestleMania, and I guess we will just have to wait and see. And the next rumor is about Aleister Black. So Aleister Black has gone missing, just like Andrade did. Then Andrade got fed up with it and requested his release, and he was actually granted his release. So Andrade left the WWE, but as for Aleister Black, I don't know if he's going to go with a similar situation. I mean, you know, WWE did fire Aleister Black's wife for refusing to quit a social media. Like, how stupid is that, dude? Refusing to, I guess she was making money at it, but, like if you work somewhere, like, you work for a company and you want to do a side hustle to make some more money, you should be able to do that. The company can't say, no, you can only make money with us. You cannot make money anywhere else in the world. You have to make it only with us. That's kind of stupid, WWE, I do have to say. But anyway, on to Aleister Black. Aleister Black has been off TV basically ever since they fired his wife. I mean, maybe they sent him away for a few weeks to kind of calm down so he wouldn't be so mad at them or whatever for firing his wife over social media. But now it's getting to a point where it's a bit ridiculous. There's some rumors going around to people backstage sources saying Aleister Black has a few minor injuries that he's been letting heal up, and maybe that it's not all WWE's fault it's not on TV. I don't know the actuality of that, but something that we do know for sure is Aleister Black was actually spotted this week training at the WWE Performance Center. So he is getting ready. He's training. He's getting ready for an in-ring return, I guess. So maybe he did have a few little like injuries that he was healing up, and hopefully he's all good now. So maybe Aleister Black will be returning here in a few weeks. We can only hope. All right, the next rumor is about Mr. Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman is the voice of. I'm not even gonna say he's the voice because Roman Reigns does his own talking pretty much. I don't know. He doesn't really need Heyman, but I guess Heyman is just kind of like a manager that kind of just backs Roman up or whatever. Or just kind of, I mean, Heyman's there if you need him, I guess. And I know Heyman comes up with a lot of the things that Roman says on TV, like Heyman feeds in the lines and all that. I'm sure they come up with stuff together or whatever. But anyway, about Paul Heyman, his contract with the WWE is actually coming up. Here in a few months, there's not an exact day out for you guys, but maybe like in May time. Around May, Paul Heyman's contract will be up with the WWE. I don't know if he's re-signed yet. There's no information if he's re-signed yet, but hopefully he will. I mean, I can't really imagine like Heyman just not being in WWE. I mean, he's on TV actively with Roman Reigns, but also if Lesnar returns, you know, Heyman has to be there with Lesnar. Lesnar already said he's not doing WWE without Heyman. Heyman has to be by his side. So I don't see Heyman leaving the WWE, so I believe he will resign. But anyway, his contract apparently comes up here in a few months. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the saddest part of this entire video. Go and get your tissues out, get your tissue ready, because ladies and gentlemen, this is the fun news story. This is the fun rumor, this final thing I'll be talking about inside of this episode of WWE News and Rumors. So this one is about the Bella Twins. So, Bella Twin fans, I got news for you. They might be doing an in-ring return sometime soon. Now, I don't see them ever going back to a full-time wrestling deal. But the Bellas, I have been working towards a return. So obviously, Nikki's kind of the hold-up here because she has neck issues, which you have to be very, very careful with. But she's been doing the same thing like Daniel Bryan did to get a second opinion, same thing Edge did. Get second opinions on everything. Go to different places, see what you can do to possibly return in the future, even if you have to change up your style a little bit. She's been basically doing that for a little while, and she hasn't said anything officially. But somehow this is already planned for this fall. I don't know how they're planning it before she's cleared. Maybe she is cleared, and the information just isn't out there right now. But apparently this fall, I have no idea on a timetable, maybe Survivor Series time, the Bellas may actually be having an in-ring return. Now, they're going in the Hall of Fame this year. It's always kind of weird having like a wrestler in the Hall of Fame and then be like, you know what, I'm not retired, never mind, I'm coming back. I mean, I get a lot of these people, it wasn't like a choice for them. They were forced to retire due to injury. So it's an interesting situation to have like a active wrestler being like, I'm going to come for the world championship, and then I'm also in the Hall of Fame, so that's kind of weird, but I'm still coming for the title. I mean, I already have the Hall of Fame, which is kind of like the biggest title of them all. So, I mean, it's kind of interesting. But anyway, the Bellas will be going in the Hall of Fame this year, and also they are looking at maybe doing an in-ring return this fall if Nikki got cleared. I guess Bree's already cleared, I guess. So, I have no idea, guys. We will just honestly have to wait and see. But maybe this fall, all you Bella Twin fans can be absolutely happy because they will be, looks like, returning if this rumor turns out to be true. So there you guys have. That is actually going to do it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Right now on screen, I'm going to leave a link to 2 previous videos for you guys to check out, as well as a button to subscribe to this channel if you're brand new here. But thank you guys for watching this video. I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.